Hello students, today we're going to talk about general health. I've been asked by quite a few people how to be healthy, to set an example for their children. If you've got a few extra pounds, you've got some aches and pains in your body, you're feeling a bit low, let's do something to change that. Let's think about where you want to be in a few weeks. I'll share a story about how I managed to lose 17 pounds in 8 weeks. Now, if you're just watching in to try and get fit and lose weight in 2 weeks to start a holiday, let me tell you now, every diet works, but every diet fails a year after. So whether it's low carb, low fat, whatever celebrity diet endorsement, they all work for a short term. All of them. But then you normally bounce back for a year later. So if you want to tune in and listen to how to keep something that's sustainable and enjoyable for the next year, stay right here. In order to make a change successful, you have to be motivated. You have to be ready to change. Lots of diets fail in January and exercise plans. It's dark, it's wet, the days are short, and other people are telling you to try. But you may not be ready. I was ready in Easter to make a change. So the first thing you have to do is be ready. 3 things came about. One, in a couple of months, I'm 50 years old. So it was just like this artificial deadline. I want to make sure I'm healthy when I'm 50. I may live another 50 years. I may only live another 50 days. But I'll try and control what I can, improve my health. 2, my mother died in Easter, and lifestyle related diseases, alcohol, smoking, and so that was in the back of my mind, mortality. And 3, a week later, I read that one of the major causes of bowel cancer is alcohol consumption. And they said that there's lots of risks that you can't control, pure chance with cancer, but there's some that you can. And consuming alcohol is one. So that was a trigger in my mind. I thought, well, I've got to go away in 8 weeks on a conference. I'll have a short-term target, reducing or cutting out alcohol for 8 weeks. That was the start of my plan. So I have a specific goal to work on now. I'm reducing alcohol, I want to lose 4 kilos, and I want to lose 4 centimetres off my waistline. What do I need to do that? Well, I need to be able to measure myself, so I'm accountable. Tape measure. And the only piece of technology I used during this whole thing was a set of scales. So I've tried doing things previously, and we will all have weak points in our day. Weak points where we think, oh, this is my Achilles heel. For me, it's coming home after work, being tired, and then the willpower's gone and I snack in the evening. So the number one thing to make me accountable was that I weighed myself in the evening. Always weighed myself in the morning, weighed myself in the evening after showering, coming home from work. Simple enough. My weight target is this. If I eat any more tonight, I'm not going to make my target tomorrow morning. So I've recorded in my diary every morning my weight, body fat percentage, and my waist. The second thing, we have to be able to keep this going to make it sustainable. Like I said earlier, every diet works in the short term. I've measured calories and counted calories before, and I've lost weight over 2 weeks like that. But it's hard work. You see people now, just everything's recorded. I've got to record everything. Got to record my steps. Got to record my calories. It's just a chore. It's more work. So it's unsustainable and it becomes depressing. So, how can I make it sustainable? Well, life's got to be enjoyable as well. I don't want to just beat myself up. So there's a couple of cheats. Non-alcoholic beer. So when I come home from work, nice cold non-alcoholic beer. Sometimes when I need it, just opening the can and having that cold drink, so I have a sense of relaxation. The other thing is, in the evenings, have a glass of milk about 9 o'clock, and I'd have one snack. Not necessarily this, but something small, I would have something. Because having one thing and limiting yourself to one, that's the accountability, something to look forward to. I can enjoy it. If you remove this, then my willpower is thinking, not allowed to snack, not allowed to snack, not allowed to snack. It's just work. So, just one snack and stop there. About any plan, in order for it to be sustainable, it has to be enjoyable. So I want to look forward to eating meals. I don't want to be antisocial and not be able to look forward to meals. I don't want to have to think, oh, this is going to be bad now. This is my favourite meal of the day is breakfast. I get up, I exercise, I have breakfast. So, my tip to you is your favourite meal of the day, really make sure that's an enjoyable experience. Might not be breakfast for you, might be lunch or dinner. But make sure you have good things to eat there that you enjoy. Now that doesn't mean junk food. So, breakfast. What's it mean for me? Some fresh fruit, some protein, eggs, bacon, some chia seeds if I'm eating porridge, and then some energy, because I exercise before breakfast. So energy means oats, wholemeal toast, my Kodiak cake, wholemeal pancakes. These are enjoyable foods, so I sit down and have a really nice breakfast. So I enjoy breakfast. Lunch is simpler to work out. Just have some fresh produce, some salads, some vegetables from the meal the night before, and some stinky fish or lean protein. Now what I mean by stinky fish, things like this, tinned mackerel or sardines or tuna. We know it's got omega acids, which are good for the brain and the heart. It's a good source of protein, and very, very affordable as well. Fresh produce, it's just easy once you've cooked a nice salad. We've got sweet corn, onions, kidney beans, peppers, tomatoes, all cooked the night before, ready for our evening meal. I can just get it out of the fridge, do that. I don't have to think for lunch during the work time. And then the evening is a family meal. So we'd have meat, locally sourced from the butchers, Vasey's Butchers in Clumpton, for example. We can have a barbecue, or we can just cook it with some vegetables, and then we socialise there. And we think this is quite a dull diet, just meat and protein and vegetables and salads and fresh produce. Well, one of the posters we use with our athletes, I got from Dave Ellis, is there's 3 steps. 1, huge selections of fresh produce here. 2, the variety of carbohydrates, whether they're fast producing or slow producing. And 3, a diversified source of protein. So we use these 3 steps. And when you look at this poster, huge amount of variety of food that you can get, locally, cheap, affordable in the local shops. And the variety means that we've always got some different tastes and flavours. I'm not having to follow some strict plan. Never count calories. And it's really hard to get fat on spinach and vegetables. Really hard. So then I feel full and satiated, and then I'm happy. So now I'm eating well. No alcohol in the evenings. I'm not risking it. I'm not one of these bores who's telling people about what diet I'm on. I know the irony of this now, but it's finished. A lot of people make the mistake of telling everybody what diet they're on or what exercise plan they're on, and by telling people they think they're doing it, but they're not. You actually have to do it, which is why I'm telling you after the event. And the other thing is exercise for fun. Okay, exercise for fun. As I said earlier, I get up in the morning and exercise. I do gymnastics 4 mornings in the week, 50 minutes of gym, then some skipping. So 4 minutes of high intensity skipping. And then the other 3 days, I do weightlifting. Okay? It's not weight training, it's weightlifting. Gymnastics and weightlifting, I have to think, I perform tasks, I'm stronger and fitter than I was 3 months ago. It's fun. Remember what I said about counting. If you think exercise is counting steps, just got to keep counting my steps. Now I need to tell everybody how many steps I've done. Share it with the whole world. It's boring. Not only do you bore yourself, you're boring everybody else but telling about it. Try doing handstands. Try lifting some weights. Try doing something social with friends. Okay? And the other thing I do, exercise at the time of day that suits you best. Morning it is for me. It could be evening for you. And so the other end of the day, I do something relaxing. I get outside and walk. Go for a bike ride with my children. Something easy and enjoyable. Walk the dog. Go round and see a friend. I live in Devon, it's beautiful. Let's go outside and walk. Not do this. Hold on, taking my dog for a walk, got to post it on Instagram. You're losing the benefits of enjoying the nature. Exercise for fun, be active in our local environment. 3 months afterwards, I didn't lose 4 kilos. I didn't lose 4 centimetres. I lost 8 kilos and 8 centimetres off my waistline. 4 weeks after I stopped the rigidity of it, I've managed to sustain the lifestyle for another 5 weeks and I'm where I am. So I'm hoping to be happy, sustainable and healthy. If you have any questions or you'd like to get in touch, give us a shout and good luck in your endeavours. Thanks.